everyone, Sonia here. Today I'll be showing you what's on my desk. So these are a few things that I'll be working on over the next few days or weeks. And I thought I'd give a little show and tell. Now the first thing I've got is my mini magazine playground. That is inspired by Dee Dee Willingham, and I've done a few more pages that I'd like to show you. So we'll start with that. I'll get these out of the way. Okay, so I'll show you the pages that I've done since my last show on this. I've painted out this page here with the coated apples and love the bright colours, and I think it turned out really cool. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this page yet, but I'm loving the way it looks. That was all like finger painting. I also did this page over here, which is more the pastel blues and whites and mint green, and also love this page, but it's completely different, and it's kind of the only page in the two pages in the magazine so far that I've done where the two pages opposite have been completely different. Normally I can work the same colours in both pages, but with this particular page, none of the colours on this page were on this page, so they were just totally different. And it's kind of weird when you see that in a magazine, because I've started to realise that most double page spreads kind of, you know, the colours go together. So, but this one was not like that, so I used completely different pages, colours, but I think it turned out kind of nice. The next page I've done is this one, and I used a lovely mint green, and I did now this is weird because what happened was this picture here was actually in the Daphne diary that I used, but I wasn't really sure what I was doing, so I pulled this page out because I knew I wanted to keep it. So I pulled it out thinking, oh, I'm going to use that for my collage. And then I thought to myself, why did I do that? I can just use it in my playground journal. So I stuck it back in. Not the whole page, just this image I stuck back in. So it's back in the Daphne's diary where it belongs. And this was with this picture. This was a whole border, but now it's just kind of half a border. So just kind of messed around with that with my finger painting again. And if you didn't watch my last video, which I suggest that you do, this journal was about playing, having fun, and I'm actually going to use it for stenciling and doodling. So this journal I want to come back to over and over again throughout the year and keep using it. But what I'm concentrating on at the moment is to just get all the pages painted out like this, so that in months to come I can then have a journal that I can work in that is just lots of fun to doodle in front of the TV, or add stencils to, or play with my handmade stamps that I make, things like that. So, and that's what I'll be using this for. Also love this page. I really blended this quite nicely, I thought, and I love the words and the doodles that are already happening on this page. So I'll probably use my white Posca pen and go in and sort of copy that sort of doodling all over the page and around the leaves and things, and might even add some more words. So I'm really excited to get this page done. I'm sorry if it's not all fitting in the camera. It's hard because I'm trying to get it close enough to see, but then the book doesn't kind of fit. So maybe if I put it on an angle like this, it might be better. This one here started with these flowers. I knew I wanted to keep these on the page, and the radio and the jar, so I painted all the rest out. And then I had a little bit of fun with my strawberry stamp that I made. and then stenciled this love heart in the middle because it was kind of missing something. So that's going to be a great doodling page for me in the future as well, going around these strawberries, and I might add some colour, or, you know, who knows, there's 1,000 things that I can do to this page. I might add more polka dots. You know, it's really fun. I also did this one. I added this, if you can see, I added this Raggedy Ann doll here, this cutout, because this was kind of like a boring page, so I stuck that in and then just painted around. Now there was these round circles here that have these like scribbles on the inside, and so I kind of replicated that and just got a tube that I had and made some more circles so that I can scribble and doodle inside of them in the future. So what else did I do? I did this one. I really love these two pages here. This one already had the autumn leaves on the page, so I knew they had to stay. But then I quickly made myself a foam stamp of these autumn leaves, and I did it in a couple of different colours, and I think it turned out really nice. I'm really looking forward to doodling around those, you know, with my Sharpie pen and things. So I really love that. And then this cat and butterfly were already on this page, and I just went with the colours, you know, the blues and the yellows that were already in the cat, and then added a bit of the orange and browns from this page. But I had this stencil I made of a brick wall. So I kind of stenciled a brick wall by the cat, like he's thinking about jumping over that wall. So I really like that. This is a page I don't think I've showed you. So I used my golds and browns, which I haven't used a lot of in this book. Trying to get that in frame. Okay, so this castle was already here, so I wanted to keep that, and just kind of added these gears and a bit of scroll work, which again are all handmade stamps. Left this bit of brickwork, I don't know what you call that, but left that. And then I've got this gold kind of blob here, which to me looks, I don't know if it looks like it to you, but to me it looks like an angel blowing a harp. So I could easily get my pen out and start drawing an angel in that. So that's that one. And this is the last one I've done to show you for my update in this. And really love this page. I stuck this girl in. I love handmade dolls, like clay dolls, cloth dolls, those real crafty type dolls. I love the images of them. So I often cut them out and put them in collages and things. And so I put this in here, and it's just so sweet. So I added the love heart stencils here and over here. We have some paper doll legs and some scissors that I left. But I really love the colours in that as well. And, you know, it was all made by just finger painting and smearing paint around. So it's really, really fun and relaxing. And sometimes I'm not even really too much in the mood, but I think, oh, I'll just do 1 page or 2 pages. And then before I know it, an hour's gone past and I've done like 6 pages. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pages. After thinking, I'll just do 1 or 2, I did 9 pages. So I'm really coming along really well with this, and I'm going back and forth like Dee Dee suggested so that my spine doesn't warp, and it hasn't warped. So that's really good. I did put a bit of tape on my cover because I liked the Daphne Diary cover. I did tape it though to make it a bit sturdier because it was starting to get splatters of paint, as you can see here, smears of paint on it, and I didn't want it to get all covered in gross, you know, paint from my fingers and things, so I did put a bit of tape on there. So that is my playground journal that I'm working in. I've also got to show you, I'm working on this, is a new collage journal because, you know, I definitely need a new a new project to do. This is a folder I picked up from a garage sale or car boot sale or whatever you want to call it, and it cost me $2. It's the New Country Sampler, Crafts, Decorating and Stenciling. It's just one of those craft folders, you know, back from the 1990s, I would say. And it's just a binder. It's got the rings here, but I'm starting to make it into a new collage journal. So what I'm doing is I'm just adding in pages that I like this one, for example. And I don't even know if I'll add something to this because I just really like this page. But I'm also doing this sort of collage. So I've got the background image and added this mountain and the lady with the horse and, you know, bits and pieces. And I like that. A rarity in A, it's supposed to be in A, but her head's covering it. A rarity in a world of plenty. So I kind of left that there. I didn't mind that. But what I'm doing is more simpler things. So this one here, just the background image that I really liked. It's just like, this is in China and I think it's all made of ice. This whole kind of city looking thing is made in ice and they only do it in winter time and it lasts a couple of days, I think. So I added this bear on there that's, you know, up on this ice cube. I've also got a cow page that I just like these cows. It actually reminds me of a holiday we went on and we took a wrong turn and it was exactly like this. All of a sudden we were down this track and there was cows everywhere loose and there was no one around or there was no farmer and they were all just walking past and we were going really slow and they're kind of like centimeters away from the car looking in the windows and it was just really nice and it reminded me of that, so I stuck it in. This one here I really enjoy. This background image was already here with the cliff and the waterfall, and then I added this snow dome with the deer. And this character from Happy Feet, is it? He's kind of leaping, like all the penguins are on this ice ledge and they want to come over here, but he made the leap. So it's kind of like a little story. Yeah, so I'm just having a play around. This one here, again, it's just one big back image and I added the lighted up Christmas tree at the front. So it's a work in progress, just having fun. This one here, another background image, and then added the Nutcracker and his little bow. I thought he was like a big monument statue because you can see these little people down the bottom, like they're kind of visiting to look at the view, I suppose. But you see these cars parked and I thought, oh, well, maybe he's a big monument statue that they also visit. And then this one here, I really like this. I just found this, again, just a full page background image, and then added this girl I found in a book, which is a lovely statue there, and added the butterfly wings as people do. I just think it's really pretty and I like looking at it. Again, another background image to add something to. So all I'm doing with this book really is just intending to put full page images from a magazine and then just adding something to it. It might be one thing, two things, whatever I feel like. So it's just really basic collage book, this one. This one here, I added these clouds up to the sky, and then yeah, this girl, this angel was floating on the wings up the top there. I think it looks really nice because I don't know if you can tell, but there's actually a lighter section right in the middle here. So it actually looks like this angel's light is coming down onto the city. So that kind of worked out really well. Again, just like this building with the trees here, so I'll add something to that later. And then this girl, Another background, full background image, added the girl. And this was a fashion shoot, and I can't even remember what she was doing, but I made it look like she was doing bowling, and that this table here has actually got bread all along it. But I thought it looked like a bit of a bowling alley thing, and I made this as her bowling ball. So yeah, you can make up these little stories. Again, just another building. This one here, I haven't stuck down yet, but I'm going to do, these were two completely separate images, and I found this lovely black dog and the little girl with the little Red Riding Hood outfit on. So I'm going to stick them like they're in the woods. And I might put a little house. If I can find a small enough little house, I might stick it here at the end of the path. So yeah, it's kind of just like making little stories up, and it's just fun. Here I've just got some pots, so I'll add something to that later on. And then in the back I've just got things that I've cut out and might want to use, like some background images and some people and, I don't know, flowers and buildings and bits and pieces, bits and bobs. So that's kind of what I want to do with that collage folder. And then last of all, I only started this one today, and I should have looked up their name before I started this video, and again I totally forgot. I need to write it down, but I did find this young lady who's doing YouTube videos on her journal that she keeps. And I've always said that I hate writing. I'm not much into writing, and I can never keep a journal or diary. But this girl or lady inspired me so much that I thought, you know what, I'm going to have one final dash at it and try to journal. And she has these lovely journals. If I can find the link, I'll add it below. But she has these lovely journals, but inside she does all her writing. So this is mine. This is kind of private, so I'll put my hand over it like this. But she does all her journal writing, but she decorates all her pages with stickers and washi tapes, and she puts in newspaper articles that, you know, current things that are happening at the moment, or she'll put in comic book pages from the newspaper, or like from her favourite TV show, she'll put an interview with her favourite character, or just all relevant things that are happening at the moment. So I really, really love it and was really inspired by it. And she's got pages and pages of writing throughout it. And it just really hit me that I really need to try to do more writing. My husband kept a journal around the time when he met me, and he remembers, this is just my first page, this is all I've done, so you know, and I just decorated the cover, so I don't need to show any more of that. But I'll tell you a story. My husband kept a journal, like I said, around the time when he met me, and he told me later on that he wrote in his journal that I finally met the girl. I know she's the one. I'm going to marry this girl. And it was the first day we had met. And he wrote it all down in his journal. Well, after we had our first day, I wasn't too sure on if we were going to be together or how I felt. So I kind of said, oh, let's just be friends first, because I had only just met him like in a shop, and he had asked me out. So all of a sudden I was had this date with this guy I hardly knew, and sort of it felt like it was going quite fast. So I said, oh, let's just be friends. And he was like so smitten so smitten with me from that first date that he wrote, you know, this, he knew that, you know, this is the girl I'm going to marry. I just know it. But when I said, let's just be friends, he was so devastated that he ripped the page out of the journal, and he proceeded to throw the journal away not long after that. But then, of course, after another day or two, we definitely were more than just friends. So everything turned out fine. But he's always said his one regret was, he was writing this journal and he threw it away because he was so heartbroken. But I would love to have read what he wrote. Like, he's told me what he wrote, but I would love to have seen that now, 20 years down the track, and to be able to read that. I think it's such a special thing. And, I feel so bad and so mean that he threw it out, and so, yeah, I think it's really important to write things down, even though sometimes I'm not in the mood. I'm going to really, really try hard that, every day, even if it's not the same time every day, even if I just write a paragraph, and it can be anything random. I'm going to look up some journal prompts online because I have seen them before to give you ideas what to write about. Because sometimes you think, I've got nothing to write about, but you get these prompts and it might say, write about, the last movie you saw and what you thought about it. Or you might write about, a fight you had with someone, or I don't know, your favorite TV show or whatever, but you can find all these prompts online. So I might write them on the inside cover of my journal just to keep me going. But I will keep you updated on that journal, and I will do a flip through as I get going and show you what sort of images I added and how much writing I got done. Hopefully I can get lots of writing done. So yeah, that's what's on my arty crafty table at the moment. And if you did enjoy this video, please subscribe and give a like. And I would love to hear comments. Always do. Try to always reply to everybody. Have a great day and happy art and crafting. Bye.